I wanted to add some more detail to the Ahn and Royal Bank case. It's an important case for many reasons, apart from what I discussed in the previous video. One of the big things that took place in this case, as again in the pleadings, we don't know this for a fact, but these are the allegations, is that the bank had access to the electronic footprint of the two people involved, Nadine Ahn and Ken Mason, and went through all their personal emails and text messages, presumably, and certainly emails, between one another. Now, this violates the first real rule of stupidity. Never, ever use a company's IT system for anything personal. There could be an issue as to whether the bank could legally have the right to do that. I believe it could in this instance because it's work-related. It's not, personal emails or core personal issues that have been discussed in previous cases. So, number one, clearly stupid for smart people. The second thing is that when the bank terminated Mason in his claim, he alleged that the bank's press release insinuated sexual intimacy between the parties and destroyed his business and personal reputation. So this brings another issue up, and that is, well, what's the bank going to do? They have to make a public statement. They're a public company. They have to issue press releases of material changes. Clearly they're two senior people. And what they said is not necessarily wrong. And the bank, again, has the right to be wrong if it's making the statement in good faith. And I think that'll likely be a good defense for them on that issue. Now, also, the bank details in its defense the type of investigation it undertook. Apparently, a whistleblower reported an incident to the bank that this person had seen these two individuals embracing as they were leaving an elevator at the Royal York Hotel. Well, what does that mean? It could mean a million things. And then they did this investigation of the IT system, found these notes and documents, presumably in this order, and then they called both of them into interviews at the same time. So one did not know the other was being interviewed and conducted a series of questions and answers. Again, that brings up the issue of, does the company have the right to conduct an investigation? Indeed they do, and indeed they should, and in this case they did. So once they've done, and we don't know all the details of the investigation, but let's presume it's a reasonable and thorough investigation, then this gives them the right to be wrong. It's okay to make an allegation of cause, even if it's not proven successfully, as long as they did an investigative basis to reach these conclusions. So I don't see the plaintiff getting anywhere based on the allegation, I don't know if it's made, but it sounds like it, of an unfair investigation. Then that leads to the issue of presuming the bank cannot succeed in a defense position, and we don't know this. That raises the issue of, should there be incremental awards made of aggravated or punitive damages? Well, again, if the bank's position is correct and they took an investigation, it was reasonable, they made an allegation of just cause, even if it's not successful, I don't think there'll be an award of aggravated damages or punitive damages. But that's just me. So this case is raising all kinds of issues that are important to understand. Again, don't ever use the company's IT system for personal documents. Make sure that from the employer's position you take reasonable steps to investigate the complaint, and don't write stupid love letters between one another as these people did. And the bank had found that they wrote to one another thousands of times, called each other pet names in these communications, celebrated anniversary drinks of what I don't know, and signed off love to one another. Well, again, that can mean a million things. It doesn't mean that they were in a position of conflict or sexual intimacy, but why go there? Why do that in the first place? Buy a private burner phone, for crying out loud. If you want to do something that's on the edge of wrong, don't do it on the company's IT system. Any event, that's my rant.